Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity. I also want to support this report by the Watchdog Committee led by the Vihiga Senator Ososi. And Mr. Speaker, I want to actually start by saying I've actually been going through various surveys. One of the damning surveys I came across was by an international financial service provider that actually rated retirees in Kenya as one of the poorest globally. Mr. Speaker, in a country that is trying to encourage saving and also increase in contributions in terms of the Social Security Fund, this is something that we seriously need to think about, Mr. Speaker. Not just counties, Mr. Speaker. And I would say it's actually gross irresponsibility and unsound to deduct money from someone and then not remit to the pension fund organizations, Mr. Speaker. Because when you actually look at the tales of many retirees in this country, the moment you retire, go home, most of the issues you're dealing with is either burying your colleagues, paying school fees, and most of them are paying school fees for dependents who are young people between 20 and 25 years, Mr. Speaker. So when you actually carefully scrutinize that situation, most retirees are actually forced to come back to work, and they are coming back to work not in government, doing odd jobs to try and make more money because they have nothing that these county government are not giving the money that they were meant to be paid back for. Mr. Speaker, I would say at times it's deliberate because the county chiefs are prioritizing projects where they are making money from. That's why it's very easy for a county government to launch a new project, but diddly in remitting money that is meant for people who have been working for them and loyal workers for that case, Mr. Speaker. And I think we need to really be very strict on this issue. I see among the observations this committee made was that there was an increase in the debt owed to pension schemes post-devolution, and the debts comprise majorly of accrued interest and penalties. I don't know, maybe we need to think about including this in the pending bills. And also, as county governments, this should be among the first charges in the budget. That would actually prevent the county chiefs from running away from such a crucial responsibility, Mr. Speaker. Additionally, I see the recommendation of forming a task force. While that's what seems realistic as now, but I think it would be dragging us back because most of these organizations have data internally of who is owed, how much is owed. Forming a task force is going to take a very long time. And some of these people, as my colleagues have said, would even die before they get their dues, Mr. Speaker. So a task force, as recommended here, wouldn't be the best option, Mr. Speaker. We know the route such task forces take in this country, and at times you'd end up not even getting the justice you deserve, Mr. Speaker. We can't advise retirees to go to court. Court processes are very expensive, time-consuming, and it's very unlikely that they are going to get justice from those areas. So, Mr. Speaker, as I've always said, this being a watchdog committee, I expect very radical recommendations. We shouldn't be massaging people who know what they are meant to be doing, and they continue doing that every now and then at the expense of ordinary people who have no space either to represent themselves in these houses or speak for themselves in the several functions we attend in the villages, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, while we want to encourage the culture of saving in Kenya, We also need to...
Senator